mama, baby. Come on. Ooh, I feel it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Karen, and I am a newer Raid Shadow Legends player. I recently collected my 30th reward in the login event. Currently, I have a lot of projects going on for different characters that I'm building out. At the moment, we have been grinding the Minotaur Labyrinth, trying to get my mastery up for my main champions. I've been so scatterbrained trying to create all of these teams for faction wars because I really want those glyphs, but I'm trying not to forget to progress my main characters that I have been using. At the moment, I'm still using Ugo, Rector Drath, Alice, Wukong, and Kale. They have been doing me wonders, but I'm still trying to collect some more awesome champions, especially some legendary ones. I have yet to pull any legendaries on my own. Wukong I got out of a promo code. If you guys are interested in getting Wukong for free, I'll leave a link in the description showing how you can get yourself a Wukong. My dear Alice, of course, we got her through the login event, and I've still been using her every single day. Although it is about time for us to try and get our own legendaries and not just these freebies, and today is the day. I believe in us. Before we begin, if you guys have been enjoying my content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and of course leave a like and comment. If you guys are new to Raid Shadow Legends and thinking about playing it, or a veteran that wants a fresh start, you can download the game through my link in the description. You'll be able to get yourself Rector Drath right off the rip, and of course our beloved Ugo at level 15 along with a bunch of other mats. Guys, I am so pumped for the summoning event. It is an event for the sacred shards. I even left a timer on my phone just so I wouldn't miss this. We get a targeted champion boost alongside with a 2x chance of legendary champions, meaning I could get a double legendary pull. I have never ever summoned a legendary character before, but I'm feeling it in my bones. My body is ready. We are ready to be blown away. And the targeted champion is the Cheshire Cat. How can Alice be my favorite character and I don't have a Cheshire Cat? I have 20 shards. I really don't want to use them all. If it happens, it happens. I think it'll be worth it. I am a little bit of a cat lady, not a crazy cat lady. Don't mistake me for that. I just have 2 cats. If we get Cheshire Cat right here, it'll be my 3rd cat. And I'm sure you guys have seen my 2 cats jump on my head, my chair all the time whenever I record. They just love doing that to me whenever I hit start recording for some reason. Looking at the default summoning chances for the sacred shards, we have a 12% chance on summoning a legendary. Sounds a little low to me. We gotta try. This is probably our best bet right here. I'm way too excited for this, and I'm afraid it's just gonna be a mega failure. First 2, we're gonna summon regularly. If it doesn't go well after that, I am going to close my eyes. In one of my last summoning videos, I closed my eyes through a lot of my summons, and magically I got good luck out of nowhere. Well, semi good luck. We're gonna try to replicate that luck today, but for a better reason. I am ready to adopt another kitty cat. Cheshire, come home to mama, baby. Come on. Ooh, I feel it. Oh my god. I didn't expect to get a legendary character right off the rip. Holy smokes. Tatsu? She looks absolutely insane. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Oh no. She only has 20 some reviews and they're all so bad. This cannot be real. Let me pull up these guides. Oh my gosh. There's only a 3-star rating for Tatsu. Why do I have the worst luck ever? Why does it say that she's a 3-star rating, but then her damage is godlike and her crowd control is godlike? That's interesting. Either way, Tatsu, even though she has garbanzo bean ratings, is my first legendary character that I pulled myself. Ratings aside, her character design is just phenomenal. I love this whole thing. Everyone that I've seen so far out of the Shadowkin faction looks really cool. They're all like ninjas. 12% baby, and we hit the legendary off of our first summon. No double pull, unfortunately. A1, she attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit transfers a random debuff from this champion to the target. Fills this champion's turn meter by 5% for each transferred debuff. 5% is really low. A2 attacks all enemies That's what I like to hear. I love my AoE attacks. Has a 75% chance of placing a 50% decreased resistance debuff on all enemies for 2 turns and a sleep debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Fills this champion meter by 10% for each debuff place. A3 attacks one enemy 2 times. For attacking, removes all debuffs from this champion and steals all buffs from the target enemy. Places a 50% increase attack buff and a 30% increase crit damage buff on this champion for 2 turns. If this attack kills an enemy, these buffs cannot be removed. Great, so if I were to build up Tatsu, I would want her crit rate fairly high, just so we can get that extra oomph off of the 30% increase crit damage buff. For Ascension 3, her passive, she is immune to sleep debuffs, increases this champion's accuracy by 10 and crit damage by 3% for each buff on the enemy team. She may not be the highest rating character, but she is pretty darn cool. She'll always have a special place in my heart, as she is my first legendary character I have ever pulled myself. Here we go, baby! We started off strong with just 1 summon. We still have 19 more. I do not want to use all of them, but if I have to, I will. Let me see that gold. Ah, a purple. Oh, Magnar. He kind of looks like a Pokemon if you're just looking at his head. And maybe if he wasn't on fire. Definitely not what I was looking for. I can go ahead and use this guy for sure on my demon spawn team for faction wars. I don't have too many demon spawns, so this works out for sure. For his A1, he has a decreased defense debuff. A2, he attacks all enemies while placing an HP burn debuff and a 50% chance of placing a stun. His A3 sounds really darn interesting. He chooses a target and then spreads the debuff on everybody else on the enemy team that already has the HP burn debuff on them. Sounds very, very interesting. All right, 3rd time's the charm. It probably won't be Cheshire Cat, but give it to me. Give me that ×2 legendary. I'm ready for it. Oh, no! Not Skull Crusher again. Skull Crusher is one of my first epics that I've ever summoned. Although I learned about this system recently. If you go into the Guardian Ring and go into Faction Guardians, since I have a duplicate, I can go ahead and plop these 2 suckers in here. Now that I inserted my dupes, everybody a part of the Ogren tribe that's an epic will have an additional 10% HP. So if you guys ever get any duplicate champions that are rare, epic, or legendary, be sure to check out your Faction Guardians before doing anything else to it. Your next best bet is empowering a champion. However, you cannot empower champions that are below epic rarity. All right, we got another 3 hours. Surely 17 shards won't take me another 3 hours. Come home to me, baby. Come home to me, kitty cat. No. Another epic. Even though there's only 25 reviews, this isn't too bad, especially for faction wars. Slowly collecting more and more champions for my faction war teams, so this is a-okay. Fodbur the Bard is an attack character that's part of the Dwarven faction. He attacks one enemy 3 times and has a 50% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. Now that I think about it, he might be good for the green potion boss, although a 15% chance is pretty darn low. His A2, he has an 80% chance of stealing 2 random buffs on enemy champions. I have a lot of champions that steal buffs. A3, he attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. That sounds phenomenal. When it's ascended, this decreased defense debuff increases up to 60% instead of just 30. All right, Mr. Dwarf, time for you to move out the way. I know there's a cute little kitty cat behind you somewhere. I feel it. Maybe I don't feel it. Oh, there we go. We got a gold. Wait. What is that? Bad-el-Kazar? Another support character? Are you kidding me? I'm telling you guys, my account is a support magnet. 302 reviews on Bad-el-Kazar, and they're pretty darn good. Really darn good, actually. Ooh, Badel's got a fancy aura. Increases ally crit rate in all battles by 25%. I only have one other character that has this crit rate aura, and it's a 3-star barbarian character. Bad-el's already got a fancy passive. I don't even have to ascend to be able to unlock this passive. All allies inflict 20% more damage against targets under poison debuffs. A1 attacks all enemies, heals this champion by 20% of the damage inflicted. Oh, you want this character to have a good amount of attack on it. That's so good for a base attack, being able to attack all enemies. When it's ascended, it heals this champion and all allies by 20% of the damage inflicted instead of just himself. A2 removes all debuffs from allies, places 2 15% continuous heal buffs on all allies for 2 turns, and places 2 5% poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns. Okay, guys, I might go ahead and pair up Bad-el with my Kale. I need to make Bad-el super fast and stack him up with a bunch of attack. That way his first skill will just go ahead and continuously heal everybody, including himself. Pump out the poison debuffs on all enemies before my Kale goes. Of course, he's gonna have enough accuracy to be able to hit this poison buff. I'm pretty darn happy with this pull. Might just replace one of my support characters for Bad-el. Okay, I'm getting way too excited. 5 summons so far. We've gotten 2 legendaries. I think without going too crazy, I am willing to do 5 more of these sacred shard summons. These legendary characters, even with a sacred shard, is only at 12% chance. I'm pretty stoked that 2 out of the 5 pulls so far have been legendaries. My luck is finally turning around in this game, guys. I am way too excited. I need to calm down a little bit. I cannot handle if it's gonna be 2 legendaries. Okay, thank God. Mr. Honor Blood, where's my kitty cat? 2 times, 2 times. No! Whoa, another barbarian. I'll just throw her into my barbarian team. Right now, my barbarian team for Faction Wars is all 3 stars, and I can't even get past stage 5. If I want any hope of getting my Death Siren, definitely have to bump up and step it up on my Faction War teams. That means getting more champions, leveling them up, gearing them up to a decent point so I can get these stars. I only have 3 summons left, technically 13, but I don't want to dip into it. Another epic. Oh, no way! Isbell! We could have chosen Isbell for one of our focus champions, but I didn't. I was prioritizing Geomancer. I heard that Isbell is pretty darn okay, and my Dwarven team for Faction Wars is non-existent. Isbell here can definitely lead the way. I'm gonna use my secret ritual, and that is to cover my eyes, okay, when we're summoning. My luck has been absolutely insane whenever I do it, so we're gonna try it right here, right now. I'm hoping, praying that it's going to be a ×2 legendary. I believe. Plarium, please. Oh my God. It halfway worked. I got a legendary character. I've been getting a lot of barbarians lately. His ribs are glowing, literally. My man Alton has a defense aura, which increases allies' defense in all battles by 33%. A1 attacks one enemy, has a 60% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. A2 attacks one enemy, placing a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 whole turns. Once ascended, he ends up placing a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns equal to 20% of their individual max HP. His passive revives a random ally with 30% HP every time Alton kills an enemy. It resets the cooldown if Alton kills an enemy and everybody on our team is alive. Let's take a look at his reviews. Oh my lord, his reviews are redder than his skin. That's giving us a sign. Maybe we won't build him. I'm sure he'll be better than some of my 3-star barbarians that I have right now. Alright guys, we got 1 more summon. I technically have 11 more, but I told myself only 10 during this event. We're gonna do it again. I'm gonna close my eyes. Maybe not with my blanket because we just pulled a really bad legendary character apparently. I am trying to wishy-washy away all the bad juju for Mr. Alton. Okay, in fact, we're going to get him off of the screen. This is what we want right here, Plarium. You see this? Wow. Right here, right now, and it's going to happen just like that. Please. Oh my gosh, it's another dwarf. Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm getting teased here, guys. Out of the 10 sacred shard pulls that we've done, we got 3 juicy legendaries. I've over doubled my legendary count. I'm pretty happy with the Bad-el pull. I'm most likely going to build up this character ASAP. Tatsu, I'll think about it. I think Tatsu looks really cool, but I don't want to spread my resources just too thin. I just really, really want this kitty cat, guys. I'm a cat lady, just not a crazy cat lady. There's a tournament event right now for summoning champions. Even if I didn't want to go for Esme, maybe I should anyways. I think that's my first legendary skill tome. I'm only in second place right here in my summoning event. Although the first place guy is way, way, way out of my league. It's not looking too good for him, y'all. I wish I could re-roll him as a legendary. If you guys enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I post almost every single day and just started doing some live streams on Twitch and YouTube for Raid Shadow Legends. If you guys want to follow along on a brand new journey with me in Raid, download with my link in the description. You can get yourself a Rector Drath right away after downloading and an Oogle once you reach level 15 alongside with a bunch of other mats. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.